MLB The Show 23 is here, sort of. The testing of tech is currently playable for at least another day, but with it we've seen some big hidden features for the brand new game release. You can debate the use of the word hidden right there, about as hidden as this infamous video that I may or may not have seen at one point in my life, but they regardless were not supposed to be there because they took them down right afterwards. So we're gonna get into it. Captain explaining how those boosts are gonna work and a ton more. So leave a like down below, subscribe to the channel as always, and let's get into it. The first one was interesting, the Captain boost. We of course heard about this on the pre-order information, which, you know, we could have guessed what it would equate to, but you know what? We were pretty much exactly right. So for a brief moment in time of the tech test, this was available to see, specifically on this Brooks Robinson card. I'm guessing they put it on there because they knew sure as shit nobody would check out this card. I guess it truly is hidden. It's like fucking Sasquatch at that point. But you see Tier 1 through Tier 3 boost, and this is how it's going to work. So with Brooks Robinson, you're going to gain contact specifically versus righties and lefties. Tier 1 plus 5 for each, and up to plus 15 for each on a Tier 3 boost. But at that point, you need 10 players fitting a certain criteria, which is going to change based on your captain player. Again, what a hell of a card to start off with Brooks Robinson, because this is about the worst one you could ever get. You need 10 players with 90 plus fielding and less than 60 base speed. And no, for those curious, that does not include pitchers, so don't think you're going to be adding Bartolo Colon, Jonathan Broxton, those big beluga bellies onto your team. That's not going to work, nor will they even have 90 fielding, although respect to Bart. 10 position players out of your 9, including DH, and then your 4 players on the bench. Yes, you do only get 4 cards on the bench this year because you have the DH, and somehow they have to come out with less than 60 speed. It's gonna be rough having 10 players out of 13 with less than 60 speed. Not a good one, but there's obviously going to be better ones than Brooks Robinson. You have to really think about, is it worth it even for 4 players? You know, speed is valuable. You hit the ball in the fair play, and Lord knows this year it's tougher to hit than ever. You want speed. My guess is if you take a look at I don't know, a David Ortiz, for example, his might be 90 plus power, or maybe 100 plus, because it's going to go 125 at max, and less than 60 base fielding, for example. And that would be the way you get a power boost or something to your team. A batting clutch boost, maybe. Sounds like a joke, but actually it's a very important stat this year. Again, I think it is going to be a feature where you're going to have to take a hit somewhere on your team. It's not like you just, you know, use a Yankee and you have 10 other Yankees on your teams and they all magically get plus 50 boosted power. That's not going to happen. So I'm curious. They don't really make it clear, but my guess is that every card can be a captain card. They don't really add a discrepancy there, so I'm guessing anybody can be a captain. Fuck, you can have IKF be the captain of your team if you really so choose. Lord knows what's his criteria going to be. More than 80 vision and less than 30 power. You know, that's going to be a big boost. He's going to be the catalyst to your team there. So, captains, that's how it's going to work for MLB 23. Next one, let's talk about animated card art, which is seemingly in the game right here. As you see with certain cards like Julio Rodriguez, Aaron Judge. I've seen it on about any diamond player. I don't think I've seen it on the golds quite yet, but my guess is this is probably new animation for supercharged players. It seems like that's the most likely. You remember supercharged from last year, a guy has a good performance in real life, and as long as it happened in the first week or in the postseason, they get a boost. If it happened any time in between, you know, unless you hit 9 home runs in a game, you probably didn't get supercharged. I think they kind of forgot about that feature for a little bit, but I think that's what it's going to be, is that they're going to have a new animation for Supercharge and probably add this idea to different card series. You know, you look at other Lightning cards, specifically Player of the Month, I think that's a perfect segue. I think that would be something that they would do as well. Maybe postseason cards is something that they animate too. We've been talking about this for quite a while. Obviously, they added the parallel animation for the Parallel 4 and Parallel 5 with the flames, which is really cool, but added even a step further in the card art is animated in and of itself. I think that's a great feature, and you know, so far so good as far as their card art goes. I like the way the live series look. We'll have to see. I just don't want to see the same shit. I'm getting tired of seeing the same recycled card art like 4 or 5 years in a row. I know you need to keep up company image and you have to look eco-friendly, but fuck, you know, let's use up some resources. Let's drain some power by opening up the Photoshop and making some new card art, please. You know, we have plastic straws. We'll make do. You guys do the work. This one I thought was pretty interesting. So a lot of people have been a little upset with people who quit during ranked games. I know it's in a lot of games, like Rocket League, for example. Like occasionally when I play Rocket League public lobbies, my hand somehow slips and, you know, dashboards the game. And I have a timeout penalty. They put me in the corner until I can play again. And that seems to be in the show here. Surrender. All teammates have agreed to surrender. The match will result in a loss and no cooldown penalties will be applied. So this is obviously in co-op, and this is saying essentially that everybody forfeits. Again, like Rocket League, everybody can toggle that. You know, this game's a blowout. Maybe you're losing 4-0. There's a minute left. What's the point of sticking out? Let's just get into the next one. And if everybody agrees on your side to forfeit, the game just ends. And that looks to be here in co-op, which is a great feature, because last year it was almost unplayable unless you personally knew their middle name, their birth date, and had a baby photo of them. Because if they quit on you, the game would just end. You know, you could be winning 15-0, but if XX Mookie playoff hoodie season quits, the game is just done, and you get handed the loss. So this is a good feature I enjoy, and when they're talking about cooldown penalties, is if you just quit out of a game, you don't do this, and I'm guessing that's going to apply for ranked seasons. We can't test that right now because the mode isn't actually in the tech test. It's only ranked co-op. I'm guessing you'll get like a 3, 4, maybe 5-minute penalty for quitting a game. Now, you guys are going to have to let me know how you think about that, because there's going to be controversy there for sure. Who fucking cares, man? It's 5 minutes. You know, if you quit out of the game, for whatever reason, if, you know, something came up, you had to go answer the door, or, you know, had to go take your dog out, your pastime, or rain out. Not a big deal. You know, you just can't play for like 4 or 5 minutes. Perfect. Go touch grass. You know, go take a break quick. So I don't think that's a big deal at all. I think it's like a minimal penalty. People were talking real spicy last year saying, oh yeah, if they quit the game, they should have all their pitchers' stamina just drained. So you're essentially saying you want to soft lock their entire team because mom had to go get help putting the groceries in. What world does that make sense? I never got that. But I think this is a very good minimal penalty that, you know, if you do want to quit, yeah, you know, you're just going to have to take a few-minute break. Calm down. There's a couple things I want to talk about there. Again, like the animated card art has been staying consistent. That's still there. They took out the captain like 15 minutes after it was posted on Twitter. So I'm guessing maybe they left it out as a little Easter egg first to purposely see and get it round Twitter for people to talk about. And then the surrender feature as well. They're going to talk about this and much more in the DD feature premiere, which should be on the 23rd of March, leading up to early access the following day, or the same day for us proud Midwesterners, or anybody who's not the East Coast. So let me know in the comment section. Leave a like if you guys did enjoy. As always, I'm getting hyped for baseball season. And thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys have a great day. Legends out, EA.